Well, here's the Swan 700 CX again, and now I'm really happy with how this turned out. I bypassed the screens, the heaters, with these bypass capacitors. So here's the screen. Here's the heater wire, 12-volt heater coming in, heater wire heating up these two tubes. The other pin is grounded here and here. At any rate, I put some 0.01 bypass capacitors in here to ground because this thing was getting all sorts of regenerative RF on 20 meters, 15 and 10. It was unusable. And I thought, that's never going to work. But when you look at schematics of Drake and of the Swans even, on the finals, they have these bypasses in. The Swans had the Drakes had 470 PF like on the TR4s. Anyway, I just put 0.01s in here. So I put some 0.01s on the heaters here to ground. Put them right to the case. What the hell? On the screens, I did the same thing. So these 100 ohm resistors go to the screens, and let's point out the screen here. Suffice it to say that you can see the capacitors. I have both the screen and the cathode on these tubes going to ground here. This one the same way, screen and cathode, I'm going right to ground. So these 6 capacitors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, brought this thing from not working at all on 15 meters and 10 meters and 20, not working at all, to being a star performer. And I can't stress enough good design philosophy where, yeah, I did slop this together and did my best to slop it in. Didn't even put the tube sockets in with any kind of screws or anything. Just let the heavy duty wiring and solder hold these in, and they're pretty solid. I would even UPS this machine, this transceiver somewhere, and I think it would hold up. But anyway, besides all that, I'm happy with how it turned out. How happy am I? Well, let me show you how happy I am with this thing. Let's turn it over and get it transmitting. So I'm going into my antenna. I'm going to put the phone down for a sec. Forgive me. I just don't want to shock myself with this thing, with using 2 hands and not knowing what I'm doing. Okay, there we are. So let's fire it up now. And I'm going to go to, well, here's 10. This thing's tuned up right now on 10 meters. And on 10 meters, you can see, there it is on 10. This thing is snotting out some power, that's for sure. Get my light working here correctly. There. Anyway, there's the faithful Heathkit watt meter over there. And let's hit this thing on 10. I don't even think I had it on full power. Let's hit it on 10 here. So the way I run this thing is I have the carriers balanced in such a way that this is 0 power for sideband. You increase your carrier and you can get AM this way, and this is full blast for tuning. So I don't ever use the tune mode because it kind of does the same thing. So here we go. On 10 meters, I'm showing not much, but let's try and peak it here. See if we can peak it a bit. Okay, well, maybe I can just crank it here. So I'm going to crank the unbalanced modulator, and yeah. I'm not sure why it's wavering, but I'm getting about 150 on 10. And the way you can tell it's real power is if you can balance it out with the balanced modulator and balance out the carrier to 0, that means you're not getting spurious crap coming out. And so you can never balance out spurious crap because it's not really from the modulator, it's just crap from the tube internally, self-oscillation. So you can tell here that this is the real 10 meter stuff that we have. Bearing, I don't have a spectrum analyzer turned on. It's looking really good. So at 10 meters, I'm getting about 125 watts out, and that is really, really great for 10 meters, I think, on an old tube radio. All right, let's go to 15 meters now. 15 on this thing's been the difficult band to run. I'm not sure why, but it's just been a real painful band to do anything with. So just gonna tune it for best static right about there. I think 15 and 10 resonate about the same place on the plate. Let's just try it out. Gonna hit it now with some power. And a little bit on the meter. Peak the grid, there's a little bit. Well, actually I can use this meter here, so let's get some more cathode current there. And peak the grid, peak the cathode current there. Okay. Dip it. Show a dip. Whoa, that's not good. You see how it's kind of whacking out like that? That's spurious there. It shouldn't do that. You should never turn the plate and see it pop up like that. That's just bad. So 15 needs a little load for some reason. It's just kind of whacked. So let's see, I can still balance this out. So it's acting like it's real carrier here. I can still balance it out. So maybe it is working right. It just doesn't tune right. So it probably needs neutralized like crazy, but let's just bear in mind and see if we get it to go here. All right, so it needs neutralized for sure, because at 200 mils, I'm getting more power out, and I can dip down to like there, so it's screwed up that way. Okay, whatever. Let's try and get some juice out of it. Fine load here. Let's max it out. Last time this happened, the thing fizzed. I'm really pushing on it now. Oh, wow. Okay, this thing runs on 15. And it runs. Okay, so 225 mils is what I get for a max. And when I hit it now on 15, about 125 watts. That's respectable. I've had 400 watts out of this radio when it had 89 and 50s in it, but those are gone. People are like, yeah, it's going to do 400 watts carrier, blah, blah. Well, it won't do that continuously. In these tubes, I think we'll do it continuously. All right, 40 is running. Let's try 20. 20 in this thing was really bad before the bypass capacitors. It was really out of control. Okay, there's 20. Let's try it. I'm going to peak the grid. A little bit of a peak there. I can peak right here, so let's see. A little more carrier. Peak the grid, dip the plate. Yeah, it's dipping. Boy, I got some power coming out now. 100 watts already. So this thing is not balanced at all. I got to neutralize it, but shoot, it's putting some power out. Okay, so on 20, I can easily go for about 125 watts. I could probably better it if I crank up some load here. Yeah, okay, there's 150 watts. Wow. Okay, so yeah, this thing on 20, I'm getting about almost 200 watts. 175, I'll take it. That's pretty darn good, considering what's happened before. Okay, I go to 40. There's 40 meters. This will harass the EM guys. Somebody on there? No. Yeah. Somebody yapping on there. All right, we'll tune up right here and see how it goes. We can just tune this grid for max. There's our max on the grid. Peak the plate. I'm already cranking out some power here on 40. Okay, 60 watts. What if I crank the power here? Give it full juice. About 125. So a little more load on 40. Usually will get me up there a bit. Nope, not this time. Less load. That's probably all I got on 40 here. So I should get more than that. I was getting more than that. Not this time. Unless I goofed up 40 meters by tuning something else wrongly. Probably did. Yeah, so I'm low on 40 now. I don't have much power at all. Not sure why. Oh, I got the power dial down. Let's see. At any rate, that's not working right. So I guess I need to tune 40 meters again, seeing as I probably whacked it by tuning something else. Well, anyway, that's my little demo of the radio. 10 meters is really working well. 15's working pretty good. 20's working well. 40 so-so. 80 I haven't tried recently, but I tried 80 on my dummy load and it worked pretty good. All right, that's my little demo with the 7854 finals. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.